Welcome, Kevin. I'm so honored. It's a great honor for me that I can make this interview with you. As you know, I'm doing my NLP modeling project on the topic oneness through mantra singing. So I'm especially interested in find out more about the spiritual part of the mantra singing. And yeah, I observed you several times. You are leading the Mantrachor project in Zurich, and I'm a participant. And I observed you and I saw how much you are connected to yourself and like in this connectedness and oneness and really focused. So it's a great opportunity for me to find out more. Yeah, how you are doing this, and yeah, thank you so much for taking time for this.
You're very welcome.
I'd like you to imagine yourself in a situation when you are singing mantras, especially yourself. I'm not talking so much about when you are teaching us, so really when you are singing your mantras and you are really fully connected in this element. And what is important about your environment? What is around you, if there's anything important? What's important about the environment?
There's not so much important. The more the mind is concentrated on the mantra, the less is the environment is important.
What are you sensing in your body?
In the beginning, when I start chanting, I feel mainly the voice, the resonance in the throat, in the chest. And slowly, as I more relax and come into the mantra sound, I feel the emotions very strong first. For example, if it is a devotional tune of mantra, like minor scale, then I feel really that scale, or if it is a joyful tune, I feel the heart is opening and getting bright, and then comes a point where the emotion is so intense. It's kind of a trance state that when emotion comes to devotion.
What's that like for you?
It's very beautiful. It's really, it's kind of freedom. It's feeling of expansion, and also the physical body becomes very unimportant. If I have some pain in my body somewhere, I don't feel it anymore very much, or not even at all. And all problems that seems to be in the day or in my mind, they are just disappeared. I feel like I can cry because of happiness, because I feel so good and connected, and beauty everywhere, and cannot be described. It's just, I feel it is all so meaningful that I just it's too much. It's overwhelming. And so suddenly, oftentimes I really start to cry because it's just overwhelming.
Wow, how beautiful! How beautiful! Has it huge impact if you have maybe several people around, or is it something you can completely let go?
It can be too much, and it also happens that one time, for example, I was really in a deep state, and suddenly I felt that someone is not comfortable with the sound, and I said, well, it's not my problem. I just go on chanting. But then still after that I felt maybe it was too much this time. And on the next day I had an email in my email account from the chef of the house that someone had some, I don't know the word, reclamation or something.
Complaining. They were
complaining, yeah. And they want me to stop.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then I talked with them, and they said, okay, you can go on doing your music, but there's this Indian instruments that I play that has a very high pitch resonance,
Mhm.
and now I'm not allowed to play this anymore.
Okay.
And yeah, some people are kind of allergic against that instrument.
Okay.
uh,
When you are singing in this moment, where this fully connectedness, what are you hearing?
I hear what every person would probably hear. It's when I chant alone, then I hear my own voice. If I chant in a group, then I listen also to the others. And I think that's important when chanting in a group, to listen really much also to the others, because the group is building a unity. And when I do not listen to the others, then I'm disturbing the unity of the group. Then is the energy of the group is diverting.
Mhm.
Because, for example, I do not sing in the rhythm like the others, or I start to run in the tempo, in the speed, or I sing just too loud, and my neighbor is embarrassed. Yes, and the others are also inspiring me, because when someone in the group is really into it, and he's singing from his full heart and is really absorbed in the meaning or in the sound, it's really inspiring, and it's lifting me up, and I also come into the mood, and this also helps the next one.
Interesting. So time is as well part of it. Does it have any, or is it any importance on when you are singing, if it's morning or on a special day, or yeah, in terms of time?
The best time to chant is maybe in the early morning. And what I mentioned with the food is always important, I think, because after a heavy meal, it's very difficult to enter a trance state.
Interesting. It's like similar with yoga. I mean, I never eat before I'm doing yoga, for example, because then it's so much easier to get into the flow of doing yoga. With a full stomach, it's much harder. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit, or go a little bit more deeper in specifically what you are doing when you are singing mantras. Can you tell me about how you are breathing?
The breath should be a yogic breath also, or what singers call the singer's breath.
What is that?
It means that the breath is coming a lot from the belly and not so much from the chest.
Are you aware of, you started to explain it when you explained like when it changed from this, from the state to a state of devotion or surrendering, and is it mostly triggered by a joyful mantra? You started by explaining it by a mantra that is really joyful, or do you know what by what is it triggered?
Interestingly, it doesn't matter so much which mantra it is. In my case, it also doesn't matter which language it is. It's more the time that I devote myself to do it. And usually I feel it's really precise. After 20 minutes, it starts.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, interesting.
Or even just the sound like it can become a mantra if I just chant 20 minutes and meditate really focused on that sound. Then I will, in my case, I also enter the same state. Because if I'm chanting and my mind is somewhere else, then nothing happens, not much. Well, the mantra, the chanting helps me to come back, but if I don't, then not much happens. And when I do it every day, it comes earlier. It comes after 15 minutes.
Mhm.
And also the good thing is, once in a day I have done the 20 minutes, it takes 1 second. It's yeah, when I once have go in a day have gone into that state,
Yeah.
I can just start sing and I'm there.
Oh,
And,
but once you stop and sing again, then you just take like this and you are again in this.
Yes.
Anything else?
I find that Nada yoga is extremely helpful. And Nada yoga is actually the classical Indian music, because they have always been doing music for entering a deeper state and to connect with the higher self of the individual, and also in groups. There are certain exercises for warm up the voice, which I find also very important, because if I do sing mantras in a tune which do not feel comfortable to the voice, it's difficult to enter. And those exercises, they help to warm up the voice and to make it really smooth, and also the body gets starting to vibrate. The ragas, I don't know if you heard about this, is the scales of the Indian music, and it seems like my body gets tuned into those ragas, and every day I start to go a little bit deeper, and it's like a person is seeing black and white in the beginning when one starts music, and the more one goes on the path of Nada yoga, it starts to bring a whole rainbow of colors. When a tune is played or when I sing it, then I have a really deep experience of that.
Is there anything you are thinking? I mean, really in terms of thinking, or maybe you are not thinking?
Mainly not thinking.
Mainly not thinking.
But is the mantra, if the mantra has a meaning and I know the meaning, or I can understand the meaning from the chanting, I try to keep that in mind. It's not a thinking, but just if the mantra chant, the meaning is I open the door of my heart, I just keep that in mind. That this is, or if I'm singing to the Divine Mother, somehow I'm singing really to her and that she is really present. If I'm able to enter that state, I can help others also to enter that state, because they maybe are trying out the first time to sing mantras, and suddenly they feel, wow, I'm coming into. So I also can assist them in getting into touch.
How's that like for you? If you can support them to get in touch?
This is really fulfilling. Yes, it's something of the most beautiful things to see other people happy, I think. And
one last question. If you would have to describe yourself being in this state of consciousness, how would you describe yourself? Maybe if you could use a metaphor, who are you in this state?
I'm a note in the symphony of the universe.
Wow, how amazing. You're a note in the symphony of the universe. How powerful metaphor this is. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah.
You're very welcome.
Namaste. Thank you so much.
Namaste. Ciao, Karin.